Alright, here's my video I'm going to do on this car for the YouTube channel, since I've got it on the logo. It's a Datsun 1600 4-door sedan with a Rb30 26. It's been a project for a long time, as some people will know that know me, and it goes, and it has gone over the years, but I've done a lot to try and tidy it up. I'm not a engineer, I'm not a mechanic, I'm nothing by trade, so before you start roasting me about anything, just understand that it was all self-taught, self-built, this whole car. Don't know really where to start, but maybe I'll start at the engine. I built this engine myself. It's a standard 30 block, pistons and rings and bearings and all that, all standard, but rebuilt with a, I don't know if it was a 34 26 head or 33, but one of the two. That's all standard too, apart from, oh, the whole head's standard, but it's actually only running 20det loom computer injectors at the moment, because that's all I've got to run it. And it runs like this, so just to move it and run it and whatnot at the moment till I get a link and that sorted out for. I've actually got one, but I've got a lot of projects on the go at once, so I don't really get any finished. As some people know that have a lot of projects, that's what happens, you don't really finish them unless you've only got one. It's got a single turbo conversion on it, whole set turbo. It's obviously running the airflow for the 20det stuff at the moment, but it won't eventually. It's got a 38mm gate. I don't even know what it is. It's just one I had laying around. Just had to weld it onto that manifold. And I've made my own stainless exhaust for it. Intercooler piping, intercooler halo headlights. What's that? Intercooler pipes going on the inside ones. I made this catch can thing here too. Still got a bit to do with that ugly radiator cap bit there. I don't know if you can see down in there, you can't really, but where the front pulley is, I had to notch out the front cross bar or whatever you call it and re-weld it to fit this radiator in. It's out of a V-dub Passat. It's the only one I could fit that was big enough but skinny enough to fit in there. Yeah, the firewall's all been cut back, as you can see in there, and I couldn't run normal clutch pedal and stuff in it, so I bought tilt and reverse clutch and brake pedal, and I've got that all mounted in there. It's got D2 adjusties in the front out of I think they're C33 Laurel ones. They actually bolted straight in the top, and the hubs are 4-stud off Laurel. They actually bolted onto the standard Datsun arm, and it's got 2-pot 4-stud brakes on it, so bigger brakes than the normal single pot ones. And a bit of a banner on the window there. Oh, what customs. My mate got that made for me years ago. It's just a thing we used to say from where we live. Had a few cars back in the day, but nothing too special, you know. And yeah, 15 by 8 rims on the front, I think, by memory. I've got a flares that go on over there, but yeah, I'll get there one day. 15 by 10s on the back. Just had to clean up the black paint off there because it was a bit hoary. See, my panel beading's not the flashiest. I've cut the door out there. I'll get around to that after anyway. Bit of a road sign wing. These lights, tail lights, I think I got them off Team or something, and I was just going to try and fit them in there, and they fit alright. Just got to wire them up. This exhaust coming out in the middle, It's a bit low. I don't know if you can see under here. Oh. It's got, look at that, and up in there it's got a Safira A31 or Skyline or L'Oreal, whatever you want to call it. They're all pretty much the same subframe, and I cut it and shortened it and put chassis rails in the back of this car to run an RB subframe and diff, because the factory stuff was garbage. I think it's R200 diff in there, adjusties in the back, all adjustable arms and stuff. I done all this engineering work like probably like 10 years ago, so it's not really the flashiest. Need to go back over all, tidy it all up really. But yeah, that's that stuff. Walk around this side. Nothing too special. Then I go outside. Got shit everywhere because I didn't even clean it out before this video, but I thought I better do one for the YouTube. I can't remember how you say that name, skulls or whatever it is. Brand bucket seats in here. I actually welded these rails and mounts them not long ago. They recline back and forward. There's the Tilton brake and clutch pedal, reversible, or reverse, whatever you call it. It's not all, the clutch is actually bled in, the front brakes work, but got to put back lines in and stuff, and a throttle cable and pedal and that in there. It's got a quick release steering wheel on the column there, and this dash, I had a Riaz one in there and I just actually bent this one up a little while ago, 6 months ago, and I'm gonna get it ready to put some gauges and stuff in there. It's just got a 20E or 20det 5-speed in it at the moment. I can't remember which one it is, but hopefully it'll handle the power when it's tuned. And it's had rust in it, obviously, because it's old. There's the flywheel actually, you can see it's all been cut and widened. But those grey panels on the floor, rust patches that I cut out and repaired. As you can see, they're not the flashiest, but at least there's no holes in there. You don't want to be like Flintstones. Oh, hydraulic handbrake too. It's rubbish. Need to get better stuff for it. Like I said, I done this stuff like 10 years ago, maybe even longer, so it's all pretty old stuff. You can't really see, but this is where I cut the floor, where the back seats were. I chopped the floor up across that line, right to the other side, all the way up the wheel arches, all the way into the boot. Bit of junk in here too. Here's the tank that I'm going to use for it. Custom OWAP welded thing on the cat. Surge tank, not all hooked up, but yeah, so I cut the floor out of the front, down here, all the way up to here, and along the back here, on that line. That there is 50 by 75 or 50 by 100. I can't remember that bar there. All the way along. Then it's got those chassis rail bits welded to it under there. Oh, you can see up there and there. Then they run right forward. And kind of like C-notch almost, but not really. To fit the L'Oreal subframe. Come right up into the front here and join up there. So there was a massive hole here, obviously, but put some more panel steel skills to working welded in this back end, all this panel steel, because when you do a burnout in it, or when I have over the years with nothing in there, smoke pours in the car and you just suffocate. Welded up the back parcel tray, speaker holes and that too. But yeah, so I think that's about it really. If you got any more questions and stuff about anything, or want to see more of it, leave a comment and I'll get around to it when I can. But oh yeah, getting back to these doors, I don't know if you can see, I had to cut the door out. It's pretty ugly, and to get these wheels where I wanted them to sit, obviously I had to cut the door and lift all this up here and change it all, I think. And on that line there, as you can see, down to there and there and under there on both sides, I had to cut them out and weld new steel and then bog it up in there, because it was rusty as, it was full of bog. Big chunks of it were falling out. But yeah, I think that's about it.